Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It's me again. It's Fumi Alfalaju. Oh, welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be talking about how to save for a purpose. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel, like old videos, and you can still like these new videos, and share the old videos and share this new video. So today I'll be talking about how to save for a purpose. Yes, talking about purpose. My purpose may be to pay off my debt. Your purpose may be to start a new project. Your purpose may be to buy a new house. Your purpose may be to initiate a new business. Yes, purpose. Purpose. How to save for a new purpose. How to save for purpose. We have different ways of how to save for purpose. Number one of how to save for purpose is that we must have a financial goal. Personal saving goal. Like, let's say I want to save for $100,000 in a year, or I want to save for $100,000 in 2 years. I want to save for 1 million naira in 5 years, or I want to save for 500 pounds in 5 years. It depends where you are watching me, your currency value, what you want your personal saving to be, or you want to pay student loan off, or you want to pay credit card or debt off. There are so many ways that we can save for a purpose. The purpose varies, as I just explained. Number one thing that we need to know is that we must try to increase our income. Increase income. How do we increase income? We may try to increase income by getting side hustle job, or we may try to partner with some company. If you are a business owner that you want to increase your saving, or you must increase income. To increase income, you want to partner with a larger company where you can use their network, or you can use their resources to make sure that your turnover increase and you can save more money. So, and as an individual that you are just an employee, you may want to consider side hustle in addition to your day-to-day job, or you may want to see what you can do with your talent that you have. Do you have the talent of how to organize an event? You want to start a business, is a one-man business in that area, and start using that to increase your income. That is the way we can increase income. So once the income is increased, then we have to decrease our expenses. What is gulping our money? What is gulping our money? Is it spending on what we don't need, or is it lack of budget, or is it a lack of personal financial goal and planning, or having budget, having goals and not keeping up with them? So that is one thing. Number one thing to save money. Number one thing to save money for a purpose. Yes. So number one is to increase income. Number two is to decrease expenses. We must know where our money is going. Where is your money going, my viewer, my subscriber? Where is my money going? We must identify where the money going. Is it essential, or is just what we don't need, that we're just buying out of keeping up with Joneses? Because yes, sometimes we just don't pay attention to what we spend money on, including myself. We don't pay attention to what we spend money on, where our money is going. So we have to know, where is our money going? What is holding our money? What is the trend that we're spending money on? Am I spending money on the trending things that will soon fade away, that we still have to keep up spending more money in order to be able to meet up with the trend? Those are the things that it's very important. And what I mean by the trends, that they are styles. Is it shoe, bag, clothing? What are the things? We must know where our money is going. That's number three. Number four is that we have to stop keeping up with the Joneses, trying to satisfy people or be like people. We must be ourselves when it comes to our income. In the way we spend our money, we must let it reflect the size of income that we are receiving in order for us to save. in order for us to be able to save. And another thing is that we have to assess our spending. Are we spending at the right time that we're supposed to spend, or we're just spending anyhow? Because some situations may arise that we don't even need to spend. Probably we need to look for the alternative within that surround us to make sure that we don't spend unnecessarily. So we have to assess our spending pattern. That is number 4. Number 4, because it is very important when we assess our spending pattern, we'll be able to figure out and rank it. Okay, this one is the one that is gulping more money. This one is the one that is increasing my expenses and reducing my saving. So those are the factors that we have to consider when we are planning to save. So what are the strategies that we can use to save? The strategies that we can use to save is to make sure that we first of all identify the personal goals amounts that we want to save. Like I said earlier, another thing is that we have to have the right mindset. The right mindset, that is strategies. I'm talking about strategies to saving now. The right mindset, because if we have the mindset, the proper right mindset that, okay, we're saving this money for a purpose, to do something great, to achieve something great, we are not going to look at it as a punishment. And it's not going to be hard on us in saving. It's not going to be difficult for us in trying to adjust to the new pattern of life. Probably if I have been eating pizza like 4 times a month, I may try to reduce the pizza, buying pizza for like twice a month, to make sure that, okay, I can actually save. And it's only with the right mindset that I can only figure out that that is not a punishment, it's just a pattern. It's just a new lifestyle to make sure I'm able to save for a higher purpose that will yield higher turnover. Number 2 is to make sure that we are keeping up with the amount that we set. Let's say, okay, in a year, I want to save $20,000, for example. Let's say I want to save $20,000, and I'm trying as much as possible to make sure that in a month I'm trying to save like $1,800, or I'm trying to save $1,500. So, but one thing that is very important is that I must keep up with that amount of money that I've promised myself that I'm going to save in a month. Even if there is going to be a shortfall, the shortfall and the amount shouldn't be something that will be so high. It should be something that's still manageable. So how do I save? I've talked about decreasing expenses, increasing income. Yes, having good financial goal. Stop keeping up with the Joneses, like the lifestyles. Don't buy what you need and what you don't need. Keep buying what you need. And research into money saving apps. There are several money saving apps there. Buy during the clearance, because it's not meaningful, and it's not making sense when something is on the regular price. They are selling it for like $40, $50, or they are selling it for £100, and you went to go and buy at that time. Very soon, in about 1 month, it's going to come down to like maybe about $25, or maybe about £45, or maybe. So it does not make sense. It makes the right sense to buy, to make sure that we buy during the clearance. And buying the items of clearance are not items of less value. They are still items of the quality. It's just that the price is marked down, because a larger quantity of the item has been sold on the regular price that already shows them that they can still meet up the markup turnover and the profit for that batch of the items. Or at times it may be like end of the inventory, and they just want to ensure that they have that out of the inventory, out of the shelf, so that they can display new items. So don't think that because you are buying at the clearance that is a cheaper or lesser quality. But it's very important to make sure that we research into the right time to buy. Research into the right saving herbs. Research into the right saving method. Research into the right saving strategies to make sure that we save so much money. It is very important. Then where are we buying? There are some locations, the same store. There are some locations whereby the same store, their price will be so higher than the same store in another location. For example, if you are living in a high class environment, the same store in that high class environment, if you go to like a middle class environment, that same store, the price when you compare it, there's variation. It's what I've seen, and it's what that I've discovered in the years of shopping. So I'm saying it from my personal experience and from what I've seen, that we can save on expenses when it comes to essential items, not just ordinary items. I'm talking about essential items. Essential items is very important. We must know that what we are buying is essential, not just what we don't need. Essential. Then there are some other things that there are just discretionary, was something that we can just use our discretion to see that, okay, this thing I need it or I don't need it, and we just try to make sure that, okay, maybe this can wait for now, or maybe what do I have at home that as alternative that I can still use in place of this. So cutting the expenses is the highest number one way of saving. Cutting the expenses. The expenses must be cut at a high rate. Let's say, okay, and what are the things that are gulping our expenses? For example, do you need that cable? If you don't have young children like kids at home, you have a cell phone where you are entitled to, where you have access to Wi-Fi, that you can do everything on the phone. What are you doing with cable? Again, because going to work from morning till evening, when you come back, you want to have enough rest. Except if you like to watch TV till the middle of the night or something. But all these things are things that can be cut. All these things are things that we can save money on. There are so many ways that we can also save money. We can save money directly from the income, from the paycheck to the retirement, as an individual. As a company, money can be invested in other business company where they have good stock, or where they have some form of contract where you can invest, and they give you profit on your investment. As an individual, as a one-man business, you may want to enter into partnership with people that are already doing great in what you are doing, that your higher strength is, when it comes to business, is not leading you to the high income right now, so that you can make more money to increase your saving. Remember, I'm talking about saving for a purpose. Saving for a purpose, the purpose varies. It depends on either individual, as a company, or even nations save at times. Nations save at times for future. They do things for future. So we all need to know that to save for a purpose, it requires discipline. It requires consistency. It requires making it as a lifestyle, not as a punishment. It requires managing our time when it comes to the time that we're supposed to save. Because $1 today is not the same thing as $1 tomorrow. If you are supposed to invest $1 today, and you are not investing it today, you are investing it next week. Trust me. If you are investing in stock, the stock today may not be the same as the stock next month. So that is the reason saving, it's very, very important. When time is very important, when it comes to saving. So saving is something that we can all look into. We can do it. We can make it a lifestyle. There's nothing that is pleasurable than having abundance, to be debt-free, or to build business that can give opportunity for more income, to create a system to generate money, to create a system to generate income. But how do we achieve this? Yes, if it's better to have a saving, to commit into that purpose first, because that will save the interest. If you happen to borrow money from bank, you know the amount of money that you will have to pay as interest expenses on that thing. And as an individual, let's say you want to buy a house, if you're supposed, if the seller is requesting you to deposit 3%, but if you have a higher amount of saving that you can put down like 10%, you all know, we all know that will reduce the interest on that loan that you are going to pay, and the amount of money that will serve as the principal that you have to pay back. So having a saving, blocking saving for purpose, it yields potential, it yields highly returns for individual, for business, for company. So we must try to form the habit of saving, not spending. And at the same time, to save, we need to surround ourselves with people that believe in that goal that we're going to. Either it is a family, we have to explain to the family like, okay, this is part of what we are trying to achieve collectively as a family, a purpose, and we need to save. So that the children will understand. The children that take ice cream like four times a month, then they need to know that the ice cream a cone needs to be cut down. So it's better to have their support when it comes to saving. And if it's spouse, the spouse needs to know the reason why we cannot go to watch that movie the number of times that we used to watch movie. It's very important to discuss all these. And if it's business, it's very important to let the employee knows that this is the target that we're having, to make sure that we increase our income, and at the same time you'll be rewarded for the effort that you make to get us more turnover, and for us to save more money to achieve a purpose. So it's very important. If it's a partner, you are doing business together, it is very important to discuss with the partner to ensure that both of you are on the same page regarding the saving, the targets, the saving target, and work towards it and attach a reward to it. So it's these are the strategies that we can use to make sure that we save enough money for a purpose. Another thing is to try to avoid buying things on credit. Manage the credits. Because I have a credit card that has so limit doesn't mean I have to go and be swiping all the time, because that's each of the swipe is not free. And like I always tell people is that please ensure you buy what you can afford on credit cards or on credit that you have to pay later. Make sure you don't buy what you cannot afford on credit, because it kills saving and it eventually kills the purpose that you are supposed to achieve later with the savings that you might save if you are not buying on credit. So credit cards, it's good to have them, because yes, if you are living in the Western world, you need to have a credit before you can do anything. Either you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, or you want to even invest in a business. The credit of the individual will be checked out. So even some jobs too, they do check the credits. No employer of labor wants to employ somebody that cannot manage his or her own finances, that are in debt so much more in a business, because such a person is going to commit, will be pushed to the wall. Financial pressure may push the person to the wall to commit the crime that is a violation to the business. So it is very important that we make sure that we manage credit. We do not buy on credit. Even if you have to buy on credit, buy what you can afford on credit. Buy what you can afford on credit, because that credit expires too. When it is time to pay, you are not paying. In some Western world, you will be reported to the credit bureau, and your credit score will go down. It impacts a lot of things. So having the saving mind set, the right attitude as the lifestyle, cutting the expenses down, increasing the income, surrounding yourself with the right people, the positive minds that will be able to help you to achieve your financial income, financial amount of saving goal, It's very, very important. And also to make sure that you make it a lifestyle. Be yourself at all time. Let me make it like this. Be yourself. You don't need to be keeping on with the Joneses. Don't need to be following the trends. Pumping your money on what you will buy today that tomorrow will not be needed. Also, are you buying what you need, not just what you want? Because sometimes you may be buying what you want that you don't even need. All those things are things that we need to look into to make sure that we cut our expenses down. Let me tell you something. The reason, very important reason why you have to save. It is very important to save because saving gives you freedom. It gives you access to good decisions, and it helps you. It gives you respect, and at the same time, when you want to make decision, you make decision that is that speaks volume in terms of effectiveness, efficiency, in terms of saving, in terms of yielding more returns on whatever amount that you put into an investment. That is it's better because saving helps you. When you plug your saved money into purpose, it yields more, it initiates more returns for you than, provided the other business parameters, metrics and parameters work well. Yes, but having your own money, even if the time is not favorable at the time that you are investing the money, at least you will know that you are not incurring debt. Because if you had to borrow money to start a business and the business is not yielding and the interest is going high and high, that can even kill your purpose of setting up that business in the first instance. But if you have a large amount of saving that you pluck from your saving and into that business, even between the time gap between the start of the business to the time that the business will be yielding interest and will be yielding returns, profits for you, that you will reach the profit marginalization level. At that time, you know that you are not incurring additional debt, you are not incurring interest expenses, and your liability is not rising. So that is the reason why it's very important to make sure that we form the habit of saving. So the financial experts, they advise that based on your income that you are making after tax, either individual income, personal income after tax, or business income after tax, then and after you've paid your liabilities, those people that you owe or something. So it's very important that we save 20%. The recommendation of amounts to save is 20% if possible, but you can start from a lower percentage in a month based on your saving amount goal. You may start with something like 10%, and you can move it up to 15% till you get to that recommended 20% target to save on a monthly basis of your income after expenses, after you might have taken away your essential expenses. Essential expenses is expected to be 50%, your discretionary to be 30%, and your saving to be 20%. Remember, let's say the amount that you after your tax is just 1,500, for example. I'm just using it in any form of any currency. Know that your essential include everything that you need personally, or if it's business that the business need personally, everything to be 50%. Discretionary to be 30%. Discretionary are the things that varies, but they are needed, they are important as well, 30%, and the saving we take 20%. But remember, all these are after your tax. after your tax, income after your tax, after you've paid the taxes that is necessary, that is required by your jurisdiction where you live, or the state where you live, or the country where you live. So that is it. The rest of that you have, that is 1,500, that is what you will base your essential upon. Your essential will be 50% of that 1,500, and your discretionary will be 30% of that, and your 20%, remaining 20% will form your savings. So very important. As a recap, now let me recap what you need to do to save for a purpose. One is to increase your income. I've talked extensively about that. Increase your income, decrease your expenses, have a financial goal setting. Budget is very important. Have budget, what you are going to spend in a month. Anything outside your budget is something that you cannot afford, and even with the amount that you budgeted for a month, it's still something that you can still manage to make sure that you are not spending everything, so that you can still increase your saving. You can have more than 20% with discipline, and making it as the lifestyle, saving as the lifestyle, so that you don't see it as a punishment. And another thing is that to make sure that you are working with the time to save. Be committed to the amount, the goal set amount to save, yearly, monthly, and if it's weekly or daily basis, it's be committed to it. Make sure you have to remember that $1 today is not the same thing as $1 tomorrow. £1 today, £1 today is not the same thing as £1 tomorrow. And a naira today is not the same thing as a naira tomorrow. So that is the reason why time is of essence when you are doing that. And another thing is that to make sure that you surround yourself with people that believe in that goal setting. If it's yourself, your family, your business partner, very important. Make sure you manage your credit. Don't buy anything on credit. Whatever you cannot afford on credit, do not buy it, because credit is not free. Whatever you buy on credit, you still have to pay. And another thing is that to make sure that you are assess your spending pattern. What are you buying? Are you buying what you need, or you are buying what you don't need? So all these things work out together. So, and remember to continue to live with purpose. Fulfill your purpose, build wealth. You cannot build wealth with debt. You can only build wealth with saving. When you invest your saving, you plug your saving into purpose, then that will yield so much for you. Remember, I'm still myself, I'm for me. And be yourself, I'm still myself. Remember to always pursue your purpose. Create wealth with your potential, with your purpose, with what you have. And make sure that nothing steals your joy. Do not be depressed. Don't commit suicide. Don't let anything weigh you down. Part of what we are discussing, saving so that you don't go under financial pressure, is what will save you depression, that will save you sadness, that will save you the wrong thought of committing suicide. Remember, this channel is to bring out the best in you, to encourage you, to motivate you to actualize your purpose. And you can be a self-starter and you actualize the dream that you set with the power of God. So you connect with God, you walk with your God, walk with the right people, walk with the right mind, and be where you're the right place at the right time. I'm still me, and please, if you have gained one or two things from this video, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. And the slogan for this channel is that we are going higher, oh, higher, higher, oh, higher, oh, higher. I am going higher. Hey, higher, oh, higher, oh, higher. We are going higher, oh, oh, higher, oh, higher, oh, higher. I am going higher, oh, higher, oh, higher. You are going higher, eh, higher, oh, eh, higher, oh, higher. Beloved, till I come your way next time, remain blessed, fulfill purpose, dream big and dream free. God bless you.